Action.
So here I am. It's 3 a.m. It's my last chance to write before we leave. I still remember the night I left. I guess it seems like a short time ago, but also like an eternity. It really sucked. Just after you guys left, it started to rain, so of course I got wet. And then when I started to dry off, I had to lead a group of Marines to get all the bags on the plane. After that, of course, I had to sit there with sweat drying on my body and cold rain all the way to Kuwait, where it would be another 3 days before I could even shower. Needless to say, babe, this was not the most desirable trip. I did, however, get to know my guys better. Not to mention having a true pint of Guinness in Ireland. Oh, Robin, how I wished every moment that you could have been there for that. And I still do. Which means our second honeymoon will be in Ireland. In the country, of course. But somewhere near enough to Dublin so you can at least get your shopping done. I wish that I could marry you every month. And I'm just happy that our wedding won't be the happiest day of our lives. There'll be many happy days in our future. Oh, and the first day will be when I hop off that bus right into your arms. I can't wait until it's over. And no doubt I'm sure that makes two of us. I know you've seen the destruction and the carnage on the news. They say this is supposed to be bigger than Fallujah. But I guess by the time you receive this letter, you'll already know if that's true or not. The men out here, though, they deserve to be publicly recognized. My men, for their accomplishments. Day in, day out. It's amazing what you get to see these guys do. But you get these guys together at a party and you swear they're all 15 or 16 years old. But you let these guys loose on the enemy, and I tell you, you'll see the most highest efficiency combat you've ever wanted to see. These guys don't even require the slightest direction. They know their roles inside and out. Please believe, Robin, that I will be safe. I trust these men, as should you. I will write again as soon as I can. Yours truly, Captain David. Tell our son that he's loved, missed, and protected. I love you.
And action.
So here I am. It's 3 a.m. This is my last chance to write to you before we leave. I still remember the night I left. Of course, as soon as you left, it started to rain and I got all wet. And right after that, I was responsible for all the Marines packing their bags onto the plane. So I'm sitting there with dry sweat and cold rain all over my body. 12-hour flight to Kuwait, and I didn't even get to shower for 3 days later. I guess needless to say, this wasn't the most desirable trip that I'd imagined. I did, however, get to know my men very well. Not to mention having a true pint of Guinness in Ireland. How I wished every moment that you could have been there for that, Robin. And I still do. That's why our second honeymoon is going to be in Ireland. I'm happy that our wedding isn't going to be the happiest day of our lives. There'll be many more happy days for us ahead. And And the first day will be the day I come home and hop off that bus right into your arms. I can't wait until it's over, and I know that makes two of us. I'm sure you've seen the destruction and the carnage. They say it could be worse than Falaha. But by the time you receive this letter and this message, you already know if that's true or not. But you know, the men out here that I'm working with, my men, they deserve to be publicly recognized. The things they do every day, day in and day out. Robin, it's amazing. But I tell you, you get these guys together at a party, you think you're with a bunch of 15 or 16-year-olds. But now you let these kids loose on the enemy, and I tell you, that'll be the highest efficient combat you've ever seen. So please believe that I'm safe, and I'm gonna be safe. I trust these men, and you should too. Please tell our son that he is loved, and he's missed by his father, and he's protected. I'm gonna write you as soon as I can, the next time I have a chance. Until then, believe me, Robin, that I am safe. Yours truly, Captain David. I love you.
And action.
Theater arts. What do actors see in acting? Well, I can't speak on behalf of all the actors, but I can speak for myself. And it's kind of a form of satisfaction for me. Like, I've done a lot of short films and I've written scenes and all that, but it's never been satisfying. But in theater, it's not only live, but you feel alive. You just feel great to be there, and you only get one shot. Like film, you have several shots, but in theater, you feed off of the audience, and everything the audience gives you, you take home, and that's how you finish a scene, and that's what you eat, you breathe, you sleep, you just live. And if it's negative, you feel like you're dying slowly inside. But if it's positive, you just flourish as an actor and with your experience and all that. Oh, and intermission. So an intermission, it's a time for an actor to cool down and just relax. But afterward, that's the real challenge, because that's where you have to go in strong, you have to go in fierce. That's where you have to build up everything that you just knocked down by taking a break, and everything that you set up beforehand. And when the show ends, that's when you have to be your most fierce, because you never know if an audience actually liked the show. So if they like the show, they'll stand, they'll applaud, all of that jazz and all that. But if they didn't like the show, then you could tell they start shouting out rude remarks, or the audience doesn't clap as loud, and you just go home feeling bad and not satisfied with what you did. All you really want from an audience is respect. That's all what theater is. That's why people love theater. It's just getting respect from your peers and all that. So theater to me is you reap what you sow. And that's it.
And hold on. Action.
Well, I constantly keep in touch with my body. Okay, that did not come out right. Okay, what I was trying to say was that my body is a wonderland. Okay, what I'm actually trying to say is that as you get older, you start to realize all the nooks and crannies and aches and just the pains that you get. You want an example? Okay, so the other day I kind of pulled my groinal area, and it's a tricky treatment. I mean, like if you pull your back muscle, you could just massage it out, But when you pull your groinal muscle, you can't just ask anybody. You have to ask somebody you know, like your gardener, or your second cousin twice removed, or your cleaning lady. She usually has good arm work and she'll put that torn muscle back together. And yeah, well, yeah, at first it is really awkward, but then after a while it's just wonderful. Like, it starts feeling amazing. And yeah,